Ever since the algorithm was first added to Instagram back in 2016, creators on the platform have seen a slow decline in engagement, and there is good reason for it. Now, of course, there are outliers who still have crazy engagement, and there are things you can do that will increase or decrease your engagement regardless of what year you've been using the platform. But on the whole, engagement in general has slowly been dropping off. Today I'm going to discuss why that's happening and a few things that you can do to fix this. Before we do that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I post 2 videos like this every single week to my channel, all about growing on Instagram and making money online. So like the video and subscribe if you don't want to miss any of that. So, getting into the video, why does your reach drop and how do you fix it? What you first need to understand is that Instagram is a company. Well, more specifically, Facebook is a company which Instagram is a part of. This is a publicly listed company. They have a huge amount of employees, they have a share price, they have a lot of investment firms that are investing in them on behalf of their clients, they've got a board of directors, they've got CEOs, they've got Mark Zuckerberg, all of which demand a profit which allows them to pay their employees, pay their investors, pay the board of directors, and Mark can walk away with his paycheck as well. Instagram is not some public service ran by the government to help you as much as possible. It's a huge company that simply help you when it's profitable for them, and that's what you need to understand. And that's why this video is going to be super important for you so you can understand how that works. Now, the way Instagram make money is by showing ads to their users. They collect a ton of data on what people like and enjoy and then show relevant ads to them. Now, companies are obviously paying for these ads, for this ad space and for this data, which makes Instagram a profit. The more ads that they can show to more people and the more companies are willing to spend on that based on the amount of data they can collect, the more profit they will make. Which means there are 3 things Instagram can do to achieve their goals of making profit. More users, more session time, and more ads. If people download the app more, then Instagram will have more users to display ads to. It's pretty straightforward. If they increase the amount of time people spend on Instagram, then again, this will allow them to show more ads as people are on the platform for longer and will make Instagram more money. Lastly, if they can increase the ratio of ads to content, again, it's more ads in front of users and more profit. Now, where am I going with all of this? Well, this is in essence what is affecting your engagement the most. It's Instagram changing the algorithm to fit these 3 categories, which is causing your content and your account in general to get less reach. Now, for example, with the session time, the goal of Instagram is to push the most engaging content to their users so that they stay on the platform for longer. They enjoy more content because if they're watching content they like, they're more likely to stick around than if they're seeing sort of random content that isn't that engaging, that's not really well put together, and so forth. Now, usually this means that they're favoring bigger creators because often bigger creators are using Instagram as their full-time means of an income, which means they can put more time into creating really high quality content, and chances are they have more experience creating content that goes viral. What this means is not that Instagram favor big creators, they just favor people who put out the most engaging content. And you can do this regardless of your following. You just have to spend more time learning how to create more engaging content that is going to captivate your audience better. This is obviously going to take time and effort and learning and testing and applying and figuring things out, but in the end, it is going to help you get more reach and grow faster, because if the content you're putting out is hyper engaging, super valuable, and people are just clicking on it and watching it through the entire time or spending a lot of time on the post, then there is no reason for Instagram not to push that, because it is in their best interest to show that content to more people. Now, the other thing that Instagram can do that may affect your reach is they start showing more ads in the feed, which again is going to make them more profit, which is what they're trying to do. So they're trying to find that right balance of as many ads as they can show to maximize profit without getting people bored of the content and going off the app, because then they obviously lose them. For example, if someone sees 100 posts a day and 2 of them are ads, and then Instagram change up the algorithm, and now for every 100 posts someone sees, 5 of them are ads. Now there is less spot for organic posts, which again means that higher quality content is going to be rising to the top, because likely they'll push out the 3 worst posts as far as engagement, like percentage wise goes, which means those accounts that are not putting out super high quality engaging content, whether it be video content, whether it be infographics, whether it be posts, if the content is not captivating people and keeping them engaged on the platform, its reach is going to drop significantly because it is not in Instagram's best interest to push that content, which means that over time the divide between great content and average content is going to widen massively. This is because if you can create an above average content, it's going to get shown to a lot of people because it is in Instagram's best interest to do that, to keep people on the platform longer and to be able to show them more ads. However, if your content is just average, it's not really going to get pushed to anyone new. And Reels is a great example of this. If you can put out an Instagram Reel that has a high percentage of watch time, meaning people watch it the whole way through or most of the way through, or best case scenario, watch it 2 or 3 or 4 times through, they can push it to a huge amount of people and you can get hundreds of thousands of views on that reel, even with a tiny audience, even if you've only got a few thousand followers. On the other hand, you can post an average reel that has okay watch time and Instagram will likely just show it to your followers and no one new, meaning if you've got a couple thousand followers, this reel might get 1,000 or 2,000 views compared to the hundreds of thousands that is possible with a super engaging piece of content. So far we've sort of established that the reason the Instagram engagement is dropping over time is because Instagram are favoring those higher quality content that is getting higher session time on it, and they are trying to put more ads in the feed. And as this becomes more competitive, those who are not constantly upping their game when it comes to content are getting left behind and their content is getting less and less reach. So putting in that effort and time to plan and create better content is super important. Now, I know good content is very, very subjective and can be different for every single niche, but as a blanket statement, understand what your audience are interested in. And this is going to be different for every single niche, depending on what account you have, what you talk about, who your audience is. Great content that they are interested in can be very, very different. But understand who they are, understand your audience, understand what they want and enjoy to see, and then give it to them in a really engaging, attractive way. This might mean simply taking some classes on something like Skillshare to get better at creative design so you can make your posts look better. It might be going out there and making a whole heap of videos for Instagram Reels so you get better at creating engaging Reels. It could be, in my position, hiring someone to create your content to make it look considerably better. That's what I do on my account at IG with Josh, because I'm not great at graphic design. I'll just be honest with you. So I outsource that to someone who can make way more engaging, way more attractive content that can then help me rank better on Instagram. And this whole engagement drop that people think is sort of like a recent thing has been going on for a long time and isn't going to be going away anytime soon. The reach of average creators on Instagram is probably going to go down and down every single month for the rest of the time Instagram is alive. The only two ways to fix this is to constantly keep innovating with what you're doing to create better and better content to stay ahead of the curve and get in front of the game. And the other thing that you can do, which I don't see too many people on YouTube talking about when it comes to this, is you can go ahead and create an email list and send people from Instagram to this email list where you have full control and there is no algorithm and never will be. Meaning, regardless of the algorithm, you can send your audience emails with valuable content that is going to keep them engaged, and then when you do want to promote a product or promote your services, you are able to do that without having to worry about whether the algorithm will favor your posts. And of course, when it comes to email marketing, there are things like spam filters that you got to be aware of, but there's not like an algorithm that can pick and choose what posts you get sent and that is going to decrease your reach over time. Maybe if your emails get boring, less people will open them over time, but it's not just going to get randomly cut in half. And this means you can go with a strategy of posting a ton of content on Instagram to get eyeballs to your profile to then push to your email list, and then you can focus on building your relationship there. And who cares about your Instagram engagement? Who cares if they find you once and never engage again because they jump on your email list and they become a super fan on there, which is just a good idea you can try. Now, I hope this video helps answer your questions as to why the algorithm consistently drops over time. It's mainly because Instagram are pushing the best of the best content that they want to reach more people, because it is going to keep people on the platform for longer. They are also starting to add more ads into the feed. And then there are other things such as the introduction of Reels, where they may sacrifice the reach of some posts to give Reels more growth, to get the TikTokers jumping onto Reels and try and kill off that platform. There are a whole range of reasons that this could be happening. But at the end of the day, the best way to fix this is to constantly keep innovating and testing with your content so you can make better, more engaging stuff that will better serve your audience and do better in the algorithm. And as well as this, building an email list so that you don't have to be reliant entirely on the Instagram algorithm and you can still communicate and connect with your audience regardless of what changes are made. I hope this video has been helpful and insightful for you. If it was, let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear from you. If you've got any questions or future video suggestions, let me know down below. And that's it from me. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, drop a like if you enjoyed it, and I will see you all next time.